Good morning, Collective. Tarot.flo here to give you your New Moon in Aries collective reading. Now, I've already tried to record this reading. My phone rang, my neighbors are outside being loud. So it's feeling like for the collective, like there's a little bit of frustration or something is taking its time to make its way to you as far as a message or confirmation. So I'm going to keep the cards exactly the same and I'm just re-recording to do the message over again. At this time, if you feel like the reading is going to resonate with you, please stay, and if not, please scroll away. Remember, time is an illusion and energy is fluid. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. So at this time, I am using the Modern Witch Tarot. And as an extra bonus, I'm also going to pull an oracle card from the Divine Feminine. Anytime there's like real heavy fire energy, I love to utilize this deck for further guidance. So the two cards that we got were the Four of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. You have to move through the difficulty in order for you to get to the reward. Okay, especially because we're dealing with fours. Okay, Four of Cups. And this was something I wanted to put in the first recording that I did, but when I was talking about the Four of Cups and talking about the discomfort, it was 444 on the timer. Okay, and I wanted to make that very significant because I feel like the time that we're in, because we're in April, and I feel like as we're moving into Taurus season, 444 is going to resonate with the collective very heavy. Okay. So the Four of Cups is you being irritated about something. You know, you're not doing the work, you're not having discernment. You know, there's a need for you to have stability and reflection. However, she's not doing that. It's like she's sitting here, she's supposed to be meditating, but she refuses to do so out of irritation, anxiety, overstimulation, whatever it is. There is a message or a confirmation coming through here, but she's totally oblivious to it because she's in her own head about it. Now, when you're able to move through that discomfort, whether it's you having to regulate, you having to do a spiritual bath, you having to, cleanse yourself off, go out in nature, ground yourself as much as you can, hydrate. Mental clarity is going to be really, really important during this Aries stellium. It's super heavy right now. People are going through discomfort. People are projecting. They're lashing out because of their unhealed wounds and their insecurities. And they might not be aware of it, but the energy is making it super dense to that a lot of people cannot navigate or even communicate. So just remember that when the energy is really dense and heavy, you're going to have to make yourself light so that you can navigate through that space. Okay, you're going to have to learn how to raise your vibration. You're going to have to learn how to remove negative emotion from your body by doing body scans. You know, I've been talking about somatic integration because I'm becoming a somatic coach. So it is really important in this time that we are regulating our nervous system. Not to mention the new space we're coming into is also going to require you to be consistent in regulating your nervous system. Okay. And once you move through that discomfort, once you move through the static and the noise a little bit, you're actually coming to the Ten of Pentacles, which is kind of like, karmic justice. And I talked about karmic justice with the full moon in Libra a couple weeks ago. Now, Libra is the opposite sign of Aries. So we are still in that energy of karma being restored, karmic justice, karmic rewards, balance, divine order, integrity, and all of that. Okay. But also because we have the Ten of Pentacles, after Aries, we'll also be moving into Taurus season, which is the sign of luxury, the sign of stability, the sign of comfort, right? And and I feel like in order for us to get to that stability, in order for us to get to that comfort, we're going to have to work on our wounds. And I'm saying that because Chiron is currently in Aries, which is the wounded healer. So now you're having to focus on something that has been long time coming that you have not focused on or you refuse to pay attention to. And then you're having to move past it so that you can release it and end it and close it out for good. I believe in I think it's May or June. I can't remember exactly when, but when Chiron jumps into Taurus, this is going to be your opportunity to learn how to build consistency around your stability for like the rest of this lifetime. Okay, and that's going to be really big for the collective. This message is saying get out of your head about it and just do it. Just do it. This is going to be the domino effect. Once you get through the discomfort and the irritation and the I don't want to do it and the kicking and screaming, you're actually going to come to a space where you have the opportunity to experience comfort, luxury. I'm hearing opulence for some of you. This is also generational wealth, but because you are being called to heal your wounds at this time, you're also healing for your lineage. You're healing for your bloodline. So now the abundance that's coming to you, you are doing this for your lineage, your bloodline, and your ancestors. Okay. So the what is it? The divine feminine card that I did pull was Zhou Xuan Jing. Okay, she's from Chinese culture. And it says, the mystic of peace, I am peace, my mind is clear, the way is clear. Now, this is confirmation that you're going to have mental clarity in order for you to move forward. 555 on the timer as a confirmation. You're moving through change. The discomfort is, it's going to be, the discomfort is going to be, it's going to still present itself to you as long as you're not trying to work towards the inner work. Okay. And this is what we also need to know in these new spaces is that, before we get to the expansion, there's contraction. It's kind of like giving birth. So you're going to go through the labor pains. You're going to go through the discomfort. You're going to have to breathe through it. You're going to have to coach yourself through the uncomfortability in order for you to get to the expansion where you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. And I feel so much in my soul that as long as we are grounding, as long as we are setting the healthy boundaries, releasing ourselves from drama and toxicity or any kind of, conflict that arises at this time in our lives, you are having to set healthy boundaries for you to be able to focus on you. You have to learn your energy, especially in this new space. You're learning to become a new version of yourself. So now you probably healed and went through all types of things, and your energy is different. Your vibration feels different. So you're going to have to learn what that feels like to you. You're going to have to use that discernment. And once you do that, you're actually going to make the path for yourself clear for you to progress forward. Now, in the month of April, this is the only month in the entire year that we don't have any planets in retrograde. So yes, we do have an Aries stellium, but instead of fearing it and allowing it to overtake you in a negative way and allowing you to engulf you in the flames, use that energy to help you apply action into certain areas of your life and or your goals and desires. Okay. This is a go. This is a yes. This is do it now. This is high risk, high reward. This is the Fool card that we're in right now. Okay. We are in the times right now that we are in is high tension, but as long as you are focusing on you and what you can control for you, you're not going to experience all that other fuck shit because you're not on that timeline anymore. So as long as you're working to get yourself out of that timeline, everybody else can be experiencing that but you. Okay. So allow yourself to have some time today where you are grounding. Get some rest over the weekend. This energy is going to last for a few days. Okay. And also, on top of it, make sure you guys are eating healthy. Try to eat clean. Hydrate with water as much as you can because this energy is so dense. You don't want to compact your body with, yucky foods and pop and sugars and chemicals. It's only going to make you heavier. You want to be lighter, not only for the ascension, but for you to be able to navigate through this heavy energy at this time. Okay. So I hope this message resonated with you guys. I hope that you guys are using your discernment and following your intuition to help you gain further knowledge about what this shift is doing for us. Okay. As long as we are working through the wounds and the healing, this new moon is going to create opportunities and stability for the future that is going to help us with the drive and the motivation and the passion to get there. Okay. So please comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling. I'm sending all of you some love and light because I know everybody needs it. Go check out my Auntie Flo check-in yesterday because it's been heavy. And I'm also leaving my email down here for anyone who wants to contact me for a personal reading. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.